Dillon.
Yes.
Can you hear me? It's Ryan Poles from the Chicago Bears. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. You ready to come back to the Midwest?
Hell yeah, I'm ready.
With the 25th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Dillon Thieneman.
It's rare that you see a safety as a guy that you really worry about.
I'm the kind of player that just all he thinks about is football. Like growing up, every style sport has always been football.
And yet it was pretty quickly that you could turn on his tape and realize he's always around the football. He's got a knack for the football. He's a great tackler, and when he does it with violence. And so, to me, his style of play showed up. I thought Oregon did a great job putting him in a position to succeed.
You ready to be a Bear?
High level production, and then when you combine that with the athlete that he is, the football IQ, to us it was a no-brainer. I really do think he's going to be a guy that one of those rare safety types that coordinators are going to have to account for.
You ready to be a Bear? Hell yeah, I'm ready.
We were really smitten with Logan throughout the process. You know, Dan Roush, Kyle DeVan, they went out and went to several places this springtime.
Well, the Iowa football program, they are known for having solid offensive linemen. That tradition has continued in 2025.
You ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Let's do it.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
It's been awesome. You know, I was fortunate to be able to have a 30 visit here, just talking to the coaches. It just reminded me a lot of Iowa, just the culture, the people. Like, it truly is a special place. I can just tell.
To make sure we could identify the guys that we felt really good about, and obviously Logan was at the top of the list for us.
Yeah, I mean, the playbook, you know, after talking with coaches, seems like there's a little bit more on the center's plate here, which is exciting, and just the terminology, learning all that.
Welcome to Chicago, and glad you're coming here so we can win some championships together.
And just being in a new setting, right? Meeting new guys, and being a center, you got to be able to go up there, make a call, and be confident, and have the guys around you trust you, and that's something you got to earn. So it's like being a freshman, you got to come in, earn the trust of everybody, and it'll be fun. I look forward to it.
We saw all the traits that we're looking for, whether it's the run game or in pass pro, and we brought him in for a top 30, and I think that's when it really solidified it.
I really fell in love with the tight end position early on, and wanted to be the next Zach Ertz, the next Dalton Schultz, Colby Parkinson.
You got Colston Loveland, who you love. You got Cole Kmet, who you love. But we're really targeted at that third tight end spot. What does it look like? What do we value the most?
Chicago, we're top 5 in 12 and 13 personnel usage, and obviously it's an extremely talented tight end room, and that's something that's going to get talked about. But I'm going to come in and I'm going to compete, and iron sharpens iron, going to make the room better, and I'm really excited to learn from those guys. Really thankful for the gifts I've been given and the ability to play football, and this has been my dream since I was a little kid.
Coming from the perimeter, Gilbranson cuts it loose.
I love to compete. I was telling coaches all week I was going to do everything.
For the Cardinal, he'll shoot it downfield. The catch is made. That's Roush.
Blocking's a huge part of my identity as a player. That's something that I take immense pride in. That's something that I've worked on every day in college. That's obviously where a lot of my value is in the league. And Chicago's a place that's going to value that.
Breaking free. Can he beat the field to the end zone? And Sam Roush scores.
I'm going to do everything that I can to play my role on this team, and all I want to do is help the team be successful, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make that happen.
Left, deep pass, open receiver, Zavion Thomas.
And so what is most appealing to us might not be most appealing to the next guy. Same thing with the wide receiver discussion that you're talking about. What's most appealing for us, and as we fill out that room, knowing that Rome and Luther are big components of it, we want to find guys that help complement the skill sets.
Thomas maintains his footing. There's a ball down the field, caught. They pick up the pressure, gets rid of it, and gets it complete. Just an amazing effort there by Thomas, who stretches out. Running it on 2nd and 15. Thomas steps on the gas. Nussmeier toward the end zone, touchdown! Scramble drill on the run, end zone, score! On the first play, Van Buren's going to take a shot, one-on-one ball over there. See Zavion Thomas here. 20, going straight to the 15. Looking for a seam. Got it. Zavion Thomas gets another block, and he's got it in mid. Out of the backfield, touchdown Tigers, Thomas. Pocket. Texas brings pressure, and they'll get the sack.
There's names that we were real convicted about, that again we had clarity on what the role was going to be.
This time does bring pressure. Off his back foot, slings it down the field, and it's intercepted.
We were a little bit more aggressive with those names.
Said he's going to roll out. Is he going to launch for the end zone? He does. Fires it down there, and it's intercepted. Pressure with 4. Ball out quickly. Catch made by Panic. Play fake on 2nd and 1. Messier pitches wide.
We like the way that he covers. We like the play style. And we think there's room for him to continue to improve too. So add competition to that quarter room.
Down. Carroll's incomplete. Gone up to increase their margin. Washington.
Outside where the speed of Texas can go and clean it up. You get a lot of credit for being.
And we think that he can positively impact us and give us more depth early. And as he grows into something bigger, we'll see how that goes. Keyshaun, a player that physical brand of football, has really good size, can run, to play the linebacker position and also help on special teams.
Jackson off platform. Knocked down on the end. Takeoff. Jackson rolls their way. Hit as he throws.
Keyshaun Elliott again.
Outstanding job by Keyshaun Elliott. And there's 2nd and 10. Sprint roll. And a sack.
Hightower has a huge say in this whole deal too. We want to make sure those guys can perform on special teams, which is going to help them make the active roster, which is important. When you get back from the combine, and then you got some guys that maybe non-combine guys that do really good at pro day, that pop up on your radar. Jordan was one of them.
Come 4 on the pressure. Jones up the pocket, and he'll be stopped.
Got down the field quickly a couple of times here.
Jones being flushed to his right.
As we got his name around the building, we were working together with the coaches. There's a level of excitement.
Salter to the air, in trouble, and he gets smacked.
So he was a player that we identified that we want to go get. We didn't want to wait any longer. I don't think he would have lasted to us in the 7th. So
Tech's got to find some ways to keep them out of that area of the field.
That's a 3-man rush.
I definitely say my explosiveness. You know, I feel like that's something I pride myself in, being able to be strong at point of attack, like with my broad jump and my vert. That's something I really take pride in. Every day I'm training, I'm trying to go as fast as I can.
we're a little bit more aggressive, went and got him. You could tell with the energy that came through the building, and especially our D-line coaches, they were fired up. So really excited how we finished this draft.